Look, if we're being honest with each other, completely honest with each other, right now, as a Chiefs fan, basically, every day is Christmas. Well, every day that a player's not doing something to be suspended is Christmas. And there's one gift that keeps on giving to the gifts that keeps on giving, and that, the gift in question here, is the gift of disrespect. There are many Kansas City Chiefs players that seem to thrive on disrespect, but there's three in particular that we can point to basically multiple times every season and say, yeah, this is because somebody wouldn't shut up. Number one, obviously, is Patrick Mahomes. I'm here. Number two is Chris Jones. And number three is Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce loves to be disrespected. So, guys, we've got a little something to talk about. And if you're trying to maintain your place in media, maybe don't call it a comeback. Travis Kelce has been here for years. Right now, for absolutely no reason at all, displayed on your screen are the career stats of one Travis Kelce. Unfortunately, not shown on your screen are his playoff stats. You can see those in the tab right to the right of that. And I happen to remember this past postseason, something about Travis Kelce passing a guy named Jerry Rice or something didn't seem very important at the time, but it just, for some reason, stuck in my mind right now. Now, we have from PFF, we have an article titled Tight End Rankings Top 32 Ahead of the 2024 NFL Season. Also, not shown on the screen right now are 3 rings that Travis Kelce has. And now we will get into this article from PFF. Quote, let's start this list with controversy. Kittle was the NFL's highest graded tight end in 2023 at 87.7 overall, end quote. Now, I'm going to jump in here and say, look, if you've got your grading system, you've got your grading system. It doesn't necessarily have to pass the eye test. Every once in a while, a quarterback will finish a game in the NFL with a quote-unquote perfect passer rating. And you hear this afterwards and you think, really, that game was a perfect game? It's just a perfect game by the definition set forth by the stat. And I get it. George Kittle graded out as the best tight end in the NFL. George Kittle graded out by this service with an 87.7 grade. All right, fine. But here's where it gets wild, guys. The article follows up, quote, while Kelce finished second at 82.6, end quote. I'm going to stop that right there for now. Those 5.1 points of difference between Travis Kelce and George Kittle, that's a 6% difference. If you want to say George Kittle, by your definition, is a better tight end than Travis Kelce, I'm going to argue with you, but you can have your point. That's fine. If you're going to tell me that George Kittle is 6% better than Travis Kelce, I think you're just mistaken. And, of course, the article goes on to fill us in on this little bit. Quote, Kittle's run-blocking grade also dwarfed Kelce's 81.1 to 46.9. Okay. Are you grading Tyreek Hill on run-blocking as well? But it didn't stop there for the old Trav man. From Us Weekly, quote, this is about Kelce and Patrick Mahomes attending a basketball game. Quote, Travis Kelce didn't receive a warm welcome when he hit the NBA playoffs in Dallas alongside Patrick and Brittany Mahomes. The trio sat courtside as they watched the Dallas Mavericks beat the Minnesota Timberwolves on Sunday, May 26th. but when KELCE's face was shown on the Jumbotron, the audience started booing, per social media footage, end quote. But neither did it stop there for Travis KELCE. In an article on A to Z Sports penned by Julia Capros, titled NFL Analyst Thinks Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis KELCE Can Have a Huge Comeback Season in 2024, and maybe you've already seen the problem here, we get the following. Speaking of the offense, quote, that bad offensive season was one of the few reasons superstar tight end Travis KELCE didn't extend his streak of 7 consecutive seasons with 1,000 receiving yards to 8, the most ever. But he was close, and that doesn't mean he is any less than he was last year. KELCE still has a lot of juice left in the tank, and had the offense been better and less stagnant last season, I think we would have seen that streak extended. Capros then goes on to cite the PFF article, again our friends from PFF, quote, KELCE's regular season numbers from a season ago look mediocre for his standards, but he turned it up a notch in the playoffs. The star amassed 32 catches for 355 yards and 3 touchdowns in the Chiefs' 4 playoff games, catalyzing the Chiefs' second straight Super Bowl run. Just knowing KELCE's pedigree, there's almost no chance he finishes below 1,000 yards for a second consecutive season, even if he's over 34. Plus, with major questions about the Chiefs' receiver room, potentially without receiver Rashee Rice to start the year and ushering in a rookie in Xavier Worthy, Patrick Mahomes could default to relying on his security net that much more, end quote. Guys, it seems that even if the ladies love Cool Trav, the media does not. The popular culture does not. Fans at an NBA stadium do not. Guys, Travis KELCE had 984 receiving yards last season in 15 games, the fewest number of games he's played since 2017. Travis KELCE had 93 receptions last season in 15 games. The rumors of Travis KELCE's demise have been greatly exaggerated. Last year, George Kittle had 1,020 receiving yards. For the first time in 4 seasons. Last season, George Kittle, the best tight end in football, had 6 touchdowns, 1 touchdown more than Travis KELCE, giving him, by the way, last season, George Kittle, the best tight end in football, caught his 37th career touchdown. And, points, those are one of the things that really matter in the sport of football. You got to score more points than your opponent to win the game. Last season, George Kittle caught his 37th career touchdown, which is impressive because that is the exact same number of touchdowns that Travis KELCE has in the last 4 years. 11 touchdowns in 2020, 9 touchdowns in 2021, 12 touchdowns in 2022, and 5 touchdowns in 2023. By the way, George Kittle, the best tight end in football, had his 3rd career 1,000-yard season last year, which is less than half of the 7 1,000-yard receiving seasons Travis KELCE had in a row. Travis KELCE's 984-yard season last year would be the fourth highest total in George Kittle's career, and they're calling him to be a comeback player. Travis KELCE has 19 playoff touchdowns 9 times as many as George Kittle, despite the fact that Travis Kelce has 22 games in the playoffs and George Kittle has 12. 9 times the touchdowns in 50% more of the appearance, or 100% more of the appearances. And you and I both know these stats. We could sit here and labor the point indefinitely. But it might be more fun to let Travis Kelce soak in those boos. Not soak in booze. Soak in the boos of a crowd. It might be more fun to let Travis Kelce hear that he is the second best tight end in football. It might be more fun if Travis Kelce gets the idea that this is going to be a comeback season, because statistically, he's still really there. If this is to be a comeback season for Travis Kelce, it will almost undoubtedly mean he's coming back for another Lombardi. That's all I have for this show. If you like or appreciate what it is that I do on the channel, hitting the like button really does help me out, as it tells YouTube to share this video with other Kansas City Chiefs fans. If you find yourself here by chance but not design, consider hitting the subscribe button in order to stick around for more Chiefs content, as the Chiefs are the only thing I cover here. And I hope to have you back for the next one.